Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to be
We're
back.
back.
Yeah. You got a new single coming out tomorrow, Homeless. I heard you played at UMUSIC Live. It was crazy. It's a couple months ago, and I've been waiting for you to drop it ever since.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I feel like it's been a long time coming for this one, and it's one of my favorite songs that I've written. So I can't wait to see how people receive it, and finally get to put it out there in the world. I've been holding on to it for a while. So
How long?
I wrote this one probably like a year and a half ago. So it's always been top of mind for me though. Like sometimes you write a song and you just kind of forget about it because you start writing other songs and whatever. This one has always came back up and resurfaced, and I'm happy that it's finally going to see the light of day, man. So we'll see what happens with it.
I'm happy too.
Yeah.
Was it something that it was like you had the song but it wasn't cut yet and you just kept thinking that you gotta like
Yeah.
get back to it?
Yeah, I wrote it with some buddies of mine, Daryl Scott and Jesse Slack, and we were on like a writing retreat at his like cottage that he had, and it was near Bob Cajun actually.
Nice.
And it was just we wrote a bunch of songs that weekend, but this was one that stuck out, and I recorded it a while ago. We've been sitting on like the master for a long time, just trying to find the right time to put it out, and like what made sense for my story and stuff. So we feel like now is the right time for this one to come out, so I'm excited.
Yeah, even in the winter, it feels like perfect timing because the song's about you being away from home.
Exactly.
For like people who haven't heard it yet, can you like break down kind of the concept, what it's about?
Yeah, so the song's called Homeless, and this past year and year and a half, I guess, I've been able to do a bunch of cool stuff, and with cool stuff and music means you're traveling a lot more than I was used to doing anyways, and just being away from home. I'm from a small town and didn't do much traveling growing up really, so like being in cars all day and on airplanes and across the country multiple times, it's like so cool to get to do these things, but sometimes I find myself doing an all-day drive and just like looking out the window and thinking about the people that I'm not with and the people I haven't got to see as much as I used to, right? It's just like an adjustment for me. So the hook behind the song is I love that I'm seeing more but hate that I'm coming home less.
So good.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a torn feeling, I guess.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful, and
Thank you.
I feel like it's something that can like resonate to so many people in so many different ways.
Totally. I mean, there's lots of situations where people aren't home as much as they'd like to be, right? And you gotta be places, and you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, right? So that's the whole idea behind the song.
And so when you're playing this song live, does it hit extra hard when you're on tour and you're away?
Yeah, I haven't got to play it too much live just because we were kind of holding on to it, wanted something fresh for this year, so we're going to get to start playing it a lot more live now. But I have played it a couple times, and I always find myself getting lost in the lyrics and just really feeling it, which is powerful and fun. So
Yeah, it translates so well. And you're about to hit the road with Chase Rice soon.
Yeah, that's right.
How you feeling about that?
I'm so excited. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's across Canada, and we got 10 shows with them, which is going to be so fun. I'm a little bit, I don't know, I've never been on tour in February in Canada before, so it's going to be cold. It's cold out there right now, so we'll see how it pans out. It should be fun, an interesting experience anyways.
Cold, fun.
That's right, man. Yeah.
You bringing the band with you?
Yep.
Nice.
All the guys are coming, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome.
That's sick. Is there anything you can give people as like a little preview of what they can expect from the show, from the set, if they've seen you before?
Yeah, we revamped the whole set, so if you've been to a show before, you're gonna get a whole new experience. We're gonna keep some of the classics in the set, but we got some new music in there, some stuff that's not released, and I can't wait to try it out and see what the crowd thinks of it. It's gonna be fun.
Right on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're on fire this year. You've been selected as Apple's Up Next artist, Spotify Hot Countries Artist to Watch program, Amazon Music's Artist to Watch program. I feel like everybody, and rightfully so, is just like tuned in and excited for what's coming up for you. It's going to be a crazy year.
Yeah.
And it's something that I always sort of dreamed about happening, but like now that I think these things are happening, it's pretty surreal, and to have the support of all three of those platforms is mind-blowing to me, and they're very supportive, and it's just so cool to see that from them, and help me connect with my audience and find my people. That's the biggest thing, right? They're giving me a platform to tell my story, and it's just cool to see the fans react to that.
And I love that you're using it really to tell something that's so authentic to you. I love that, we talked about it before last time we chatted about Mild May and how that's
Man.
such an important part of your identity.
Yeah.
I think the other achievement that I didn't mention in there was you just got a sandwich named after you. We talked, you said you were kind of thinking about what it's going to look like, what was going to be in it. Tell me how did it end up? What's in there?
Yeah, I've tried it now. It's great. It's chicken sandwich, Nashville hot chicken sandwich, which is fitting because I've spent a lot of time in Nashville this past year.
Right on.
But yeah, that's a cool one to get a sandwich on the menu of my local pub. I like that. Yeah, it's so cool, man. That's got to top the list of accomplishments for this past year.
Yeah, I'm trying to head up north sometime and try it.
Yeah, you should come up, man.
Yeah,
Anytime.
I'm down.
Just let me know.
I appreciate it, man.
Let's go.
Sick. And so you're spending some time in Nashville now. You're spending some time touring. How do you find it's different, writing at home versus when you're on the road or when you're in Nashville? Do you find the songs turn out differently?
Sometimes. I do a lot of solo writing as well, and I continue to do that, which I find solo writing to me is, I only really start doing it when I get that overwhelming feeling of inspiration, I need to say something right now.
Right.
And it's the nice thing about solo writing is you can just do it anytime. I can just be in my boxers, hop out of bed, grab the guitar, and boom, I can start writing a song.
Yeah.
But when you are planning to write with somebody, it's okay, we're gonna meet at 10 a.m. And even if you don't have that feeling, that you just get in a room with somebody and you start talking and then hear their perspective on something, and it's just a way to conjure up some inspiration, you know what I mean? And I find the songs are a little bit different just because you get a couple different perspectives, and the editing process is not just from one person, is you got to go through 3 people, right? So, and writing in Nashville is inspiring because there's so many like-minded people and amazing songwriters. And I was just in Nashville the other day and I got to write with some hit writers, which is crazy to see how their mind works. Knowing that they're proven songwriters, they have #1 hits, right? They work with the biggest country artists in the world, and to be able to write songs with them is cool, and see how they do it. And it just gives me that inspiration sometimes too, being in that room, right? So we got some good ones. I'm excited about it.
I can't wait to hear it, man.
Yeah, man.
For anyone watching who's a songwriter, do you have a tip for them or something that you picked up in those sessions maybe?
Yeah, I think just something I've learned over the years is to be authentic to yourself, and you can, listen to the radio or listen to your favorite artists and try to replicate that. And I've spent time doing that in the past, where it's I want to write a song like this, right? But it'll never be that. So I think the biggest tip for songwriting is just write about yourself, write about your life and things that you can stand behind and get on stage and sing about every day, knowing that you can believe in this, right? I think that's the best stuff, and telling your own story is unique because nobody's lived your own story. So that's the biggest advice for songwriting.
I love that, and I think that's something you embody.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I try to my very best, so that's cool.
I think it's cool when you said something you stand behind on stage every night. I heard someone say songs are like a tattoo, right? You're really committing to what you're saying, and you're gonna have to tour it and 100%. Stand behind that for a while. So it's beautiful to do it about something you care about that deeply.
Totally, yeah. It's almost a nightmare to think about having to sing a song that you hate for the next 20 years.
Yeah, man, it's torture.
It is, right? So I think just put out stuff that you like and write about stuff that you know, and you'll be laughing.
And last question's got to be what can people expect from you in 2024? What's coming up next?
We got a whole bunch of stuff coming up next. A bunch of new music. Planning to put out a ton of music. Song tomorrow. We got a song next month coming out that I'm super excited about. And then I think we got a bunch of music coming out. So
right on.
Music, shows. Yeah, you know what? That's the gist of it, I think.
2024, it's a good year to be an Owen fan.
100%. We got lots of stuff coming.
Man, thanks so much for making the time today. Appreciate it. Homeless out tomorrow. Check that out.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you,
Sick, man.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Hey. There we go.